Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Firstly, I want to apologise for how long it has taken me to get this video up. As some of you are aware, my daughter was in hospital all weekend. We've literally been home about an hour and a half, but all I kept thinking about was getting this voiceover done and getting this uploaded for you all, because if I didn't do it now, then it probably wouldn't get up until after Christmas and then it would be pointless. So here we are. I'm sorry if I talk a load of crap, but I am absolutely exhausted, but the show must go on. So George has come back today for a full design set. So I've already done my prep work, done my cuticle work and applied my acid bond. Now I'm going in with crystal glass from CJP and using my big boy brush to sculpt out my free edge. And I use the belly of my brush to work my bead up over the form to create the length, and then the side and the tip to create the shape. On this nail we're going to do a really subtle marble, so I'm going in here with coconut milk from CJP, and I'm just applying that at the cuticle area just to make sure it's nice and flush. Then I'm going in with, you would have seen it in my previous video, it's a really pretty pink colour that I made. So I'll go in with a wet bead of that, place it on the nail and then place coconut milk directly on top, and then use the tip of my brush to work that into one another and create that marble effect. This is just as a base, I just wanted it to have a little bit of an effect because we are going to be going in with some holographic foil once this is all filed and done. So whilst I wait for that to set a little bit, I will go on to the ring finger, and on the ring finger I'm going to apply coconut milk and sculpt out my nail using this colour. For some reason I obviously didn't know how to pick up a big enough bead for this nail, so I did have to use quite a lot of beads. But again, I just placed my bead just overlapping the natural nail and then work that up into the shape that I want it to be and the length that I want it to be at, and then I will build this nail up, making sure that it has the apex there. And I will also be adding some snowflakes as well, so I don't want this nail to be too thick because I will have to encapsulate the snowflakes, but obviously I don't want it to be too thin. So I just work that bead, and then once I'm happy I'm going to go in with the Glitterati Nails 8mm snowflakes. So once I've applied the white, I do go ahead and apply my pinching tool to the pinky. You want to apply this when the nail has gone matte and started to warm up. If you apply it before that, then you will completely just squish all that acrylic up into the sides, and it won't look very pretty. And then now on this finger, I just went in with a small amount of clear acrylic, place that onto the nail, and then I've gone in with my 8mm snowflakes from Glitterati Nails, and I just press those down and push them in, and then I go ahead while they're setting and encapsulate the pinky, again using crystal glass from CJP. And this is where you want to make sure that you have completely covered your marble so that when it comes to file you don't file it all off, and that you've got the correct thickness and apex there as well, because we don't want these nails to be snapping because they are quite long and George's nails are quite short, so we want to make sure that these are going to last. honest, and these have got to be my favourite Christmas nails that I've done so far. I'm obsessed with them. So as you can see there, I've applied my pinching tool to the ring finger. So once I'd encapsulated the pinky, I applied my pinching tool, and now whilst the pinching tool is doing the magic, I'm going to go on to the middle finger. So again, going in and sculpting out my base, and then I'm going to go in and do a bit of a glitter ombre. So the glitters that I'm using is Arctic Wolf and Santa's Footprints, I think it's called, from Glitter Arty Nails. And all I do is pick up a bead of clear acrylic, dip it into one of the glitters, and then dip it into the other glitter as well. Doesn't matter which glitter you dip it into first. And then I'm just applying that on the free edge of the nail and feathering it down just slightly onto the natural nail plate. And just using my brush to keep that in a nice shape, and again just working as thin as possible because we will be adding snowflakes and encapsulating this nail as well. And then again I'm going to go in with my snowflakes from Glitter Arty Nails, and I'm just placing those on top of that wet acrylic, and then just using the end of my brush to sort of push those into the acrylic. And I didn't want to put too many on, but I did want a few on there to make it look pretty. And then I will just add a small bit of clear acrylic over the top just to keep those in place whilst I do the ombre. There I was just checking to see if they were set. So once the snowflakes were all set in place, I just go in and encapsulate in clear. Again, making sure they're all completely encapsulated. You'll know when they are because they will all go matte. And then I will leave this to set and go back and do my ombre. Okay, I lied, I don't go back and do my ombre. I go in and pinch the middle nail. Whilst that one's pinching, I'm moving on to the index finger, and this has got to be my favourite nail out of them all. I just love it so much. So I'm going in again, sculpting my base, and we are going to be doing a clear French tip on this nail, and I just love it so much. Yeah, definitely my favourite nail out of them all. So I've sculpted out my base. I'm just going to let that set just a tiny bit, and whilst it is setting, I'm just going in and applying my nail bed colour, which is the pink colour that I made, and I apply that to the cuticle area and just slightly bring that up over the glitter and over the snowflakes a little bit, and this is going to give it that sort of frosted effect. I just love it so much, so beautiful. I'm then going to go in and encapsulate this whole nail. Again, making sure everything is fully encapsulated and all goes matte. Then whilst this one's setting, I will go back to the index finger and we're going to create an extended nail bed. So for the extended nail bed, I'm going to use the pink that I've been using. I'm going to place my bead at the cuticle area, making sure that's tucked up nice and close to the cuticle, and use the belly of my brush to bring that up over the form, and then use the side of my brush to create that smile line shape. Not worrying too much because I will go in once this has set and file around that smile line to make sure it is nice and crisp. But then actually I think back and I think, I don't know why I did file around it, because it doesn't really matter, because I do actually go in with some nail art and just sort of draw around that smile line anyway, so it didn't actually need to be that neat because you wouldn't have seen it anyway, but I did. So yeah, I just work at that, keep building it until I'm happy, and then let this set before going in and filing it into shape. So whilst the index finger is setting, I'm going to go onto the thumb. Again, I'm going to sculpt out my base, and then on this nail we're going to do a glitter ombre, but I'm not going to take the glitter completely over the free edge and tip of the nail. I want the end to be slightly more see-through rather than full of glitter. So I'm going to take my glitter mix, which is the Santa's Footprints and Arctic Wolf, apply that to the free edge of the natural nail, and then bring that up slightly over the extension that we've created, leaving a little bit from the tip of the nail so that it sort of feathers off towards the tip, and feather it down towards the cuticle area. I'm really sorry if I'm talking crap. And then whilst that was setting, I did go in and just file around that smile line on the index finger using a 100 grit nail file, just to make sure it's nice and crispy and nice and neat. And then what I'm going to do on the index finger is I'm actually going to apply some of the snowflakes. So I just apply a small amount of clear acrylic and apply my snowflakes. I'm using the white ones and the silver holographic ones, and I think I also use like a baby pink one as well. And I just lay them on that wet acrylic and leave them to set, not worrying about any overhang because I will just trim that off. Whilst they're setting, I go back to the thumb and apply my pink to my nail bed area, and again I'm going to bring that up over the glitter slightly to create that ombre. So this nail's sort of like a 3 ombre kind of nail. Yeah, and I just apply that, and then I will go in and encapsulate this nail in clear acrylic. Then once I have done that, I will go back and trim off the excess on the index finger, and then encapsulate the index finger as well, making sure that everything's completely covered and that of course we've got an apex and the thickness is correct. Then once they're all fully set, I remove my nail forms, making sure that when I'm removing the forms, I don't pull the forms upwards, I pull them downwards. If you pull them upwards, you could cause some serious damage to your client's fingers. So always make sure you pull your forms off downwards. Now I'm just going in with my Delani nail drill and I'm just using a medium grit sanding band just to take off any bulk and get right down to that cuticle area. And I'm also using my Melody Susie dust extractor, which is honestly incredible for the money. I used to use an Amazon one, which I thought was good, but this one is fab. So I will leave links for this down below. I'll leave links for everything down below for you. Highly recommend having a look at this fan. It's just incredible. So yeah, I just go in to all of the nails, and just get rid of some of that bulk. Then I will go in with a 100 grit nail file, and again I'll go over the surface of the nail around the cuticle area, making sure it's nice and flush, and also that's where I will use the file to get that nice shape. And then I'll buff over them all with a white buffing block to remove any scratches and then get rid of all of the dust. And then we're going to go on and do a little bit of nail art using a striping brush on the index finger. So I'm going in with my Master Art 007 brush from Indigo Nails, and I'm also using my Indigo Nails Sugar Effect gel in white, and I'm just going to outline the nail. Unfortunately, for some reason it didn't record me doing the smile line bit, but all I do is I go down the sides of the nail and just outline that on each side, and then I also go across the tip of the nail as well. Then I set that for 30 seconds in LED. It needs to be set for longer than that, but it was just a quick set just so that I could do the smile line. And then once that was set a little bit, I did go in and use the same brush and go around the smile line as well. And then again, I went in and cured that, but this time I actually cured for 1 minute under LED, 2 minutes under UV. You want to make sure that this is fully cured. But this gel is perfect for painting. It's a really good consistency and it's so pigmented. So yeah, I go down the sides of the nail, across the tip of the nail, set it, and then go in around the smile line as well. I don't know why it didn't record, but you should all be used to it by now. It's me. There's always something missing. Set that, and then I did go in on the pinky finger using Neo Nails Urban Graffiti Base Coat, cured for 1 minute, and now I'm going in with this beautiful holographic foil from Glitter Arty Nails. This came in a set, so I will link that down below for you. And the Urban Graffiti Base Coat is perfect for using as a foil glue. It's just brilliant. And now I'm going to go in and top coat all of these nails using the Nail Lounge Collection's Ultimate Gloss Top Coat. And this is where they come to life, and I just think they're absolutely stunning. They are beautiful. I really want them on myself, but I don't think I'm going to have time to even get Christmas nails on myself because I had to cancel so many clients whilst Emelia was in hospital. So now I've got to try and get everyone back in. And it's going to be hard, but I'll do it. It'll be fine. On the middle finger and the index finger, once I've cured this top coat, I do go in and apply a small amount of top coat underneath the nail as well, just because I want that to be as clear as possible. Once I've applied it, I will cure for 1 minute LED, 2 minutes UV, let them cool down for a minute, and then go in and apply my cuticle oil. And then that is it, guys. So I'm really sorry if anything I've said doesn't make any sense at all. I just really wanted to get it up for you. I keep getting messages asking when it's going up, so I just wanted to get it up for you. If you do recreate it, I would love to see your recreations. So if you're over on Instagram, do tag me. I'll leave my Instagram link down below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. And I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye.